Reading someone's VOD is not, yeah, I'm reading a VOD. So let me see if this works. I tend to hold this left side right here. Oh my god, that's so cool. Um, what I'll do is I will sit right about here on the wall, and then I'll move forward, and then I'll peek in here and see if anything's in the cave. If nothing's there, and then I'll pop out to this area, um, and then I will try to see what's going on the gas station, basically. Um, and then from there, I'll kind of play it situationally. I can even peek around the corner there, and I can see if anything is on like this ledge here. Um, so I think that this isn't such a strong position, especially when there could be a roadhog right here. You could be the first contact with that, and deal with them first. Okay, so you didn't need to barrier that Reaper. He was going to be getting out anyway. I could unintentionally do that. Oh, what, buddy? Okay, so your personal barrier was not good here. You're staying behind Reinhardt's shield. You popped that? Okay, so you popped that thinking people are going to aggro you, and if they're good, they're not going to shoot at you at all. They're going to have better trigger discipline than that. So basically, all you can really do at that point is to hold your personal barrier until the enemy Reinhardt fire strikes. If the enemy team is spamming your Reinhardt shield really, really hard, you can barrier and pop in front of it and get 30, 40 or energy. But generally speaking, you can't jump out in front of it if they're not spamming the Reinhardt shield really hard. It's just not going to work out. So both those barriers, I probably would have held both of those to barrier my Reinhardt when he got hit by Fire Strike. That would have been 100 energy. But unfortunately, I don't think you're going to get anything out of either of your barriers. Yep, you didn't get anything. So there's that. Here, that kind of sucks. You couldn't really push him too hard.
Behind you, behind you, behind you.
Oh god. Yep, so you guys got flanked. That kind of sucks. You did your best. I don't think anybody called the Reaper earlier.
Reinhardt Discord.
Reaper behind you, behind you, behind you.
Yeah. Okay. Zarya Tankinski? What? Oh god, rip. Okay, so you got some energy there. I'm surprised that Reaper didn't shoot at you at all. That's a very obvious target to go for. Like, you should probably be dead here. I don't really understand why you're alive. Hail, I don't know. Hail Hydra. Barrier that Reaper. There you go. Alright, so you have to make sure that if a Reaper pops out on a flank, you're giving him a barrier. Any sort of CC, like a Reinhardt Earthshatter, a Sleep, a Flashbang, you want to make sure that he pulls off a successful flank, because if he does, that's kind of like a secured point for your team. I think he's going to kill that Zarya, or is that Zarya already dead? I think it's already dead. Actually, let me let Ninja know that I'm reviewing his VOD. Ninja, are you here? I think you're here. I'm not gonna say anything.
There's a Reaper above.
A VOD review? Yeah, VOD review time. Here you could kind of... Alright, so you have a couple options as Zarya right now. You could push forward to try to secure like the bar. You could like sit by the bikes, which is where I normally go, and that would work well. You make Overwatch community a better place to review snow. Nice work. Awesome. That's cool. Yeah, I'm happy to have a positive effect. That's cool. But yeah, so you could take the stairs to the left, like far left, and like by the Mega, if you know what I'm talking about. It's on the left side of the street. You could take that and you can start working. Like, you could sit in the room that connects to the bridge. Okay, let me actually pen this out. Whoa, God. Alright, so there's a Mega Pack right here. There are some stairs that go up right there. And then there is a room right there. And that room connects... Okay, so the bridge is kind of like here. And then you have the garage right there. So, you could go into this room right here and just kind of hold that for a little bit. and I think that that's a pretty strong position to hold. You like force the enemy team. How do I like reset all of this? There we go. Does that still let me paint? Okay. Alright, so like that denies this whole side of the map from the enemy team, and they have to sit on the bridge, they have to sit on the gas station. That's all that they have, okay? Oh my god, dude. What just happened? I can't even undo this. There we go. Whoops. No way, Rock.
Discorded.
Okay. Oh god. Alright. We need to talk about this. Alright, so basically, you, as a side effect of allowing the enemy team to kind of like push up so far by not pushing out yourself and denying them some of the ground as they reset, they are able to get a really strong hold on the choke, and I believe this is going to be a wipe for the enemy team. So I just want to stress that I would personally recommend that you be more offensive in this situation and you secure some ground for your team. Generally speaking, on my team, like especially, for example, here's a good example. King's Row. When we cap the first point, 3 people go forward because the max speed on capping or moving the cart is 3 people, so you can split half and half. Generally, you'll put me, your Zarya, you'll put a DPS, and a Lucio forward. Everybody else will be on cart. Basically, that's kind of like an ideal composition. Lucio can speed you in or out. It should allow you to get a pick. If you get a pick, you weaken their defense early, and it prevents the enemy team from grouping and being able to push you. So just kind of do that. Although if the enemy team fully groups and 3 people are pushed up, you need to be backing up before they start pushing you. Otherwise, they're going to kill all 3 of you. Then they're going to go kill the 3 on the cart if the 3 don't back out in time. So it's pretty nuanced. You have to have a good idea what's going on in the game, but I recommend it. It's a good strategy to have 3 people go forward. You should have done that here. Even by yourself, you can secure a little bit of ground. So yeah, I think this Reaper is on ramp to your right. Yeah. Okay, that guy is getting lit. Okay, you had like a slow reaction, I think, here. So you saw the Reaper right there. Did you see that? Where is it? You see that? Did you see that right there? You saw the Reaper. So like, Windows 10? Windows 10 is great, dude. Basically, you should have been backing up, because if a Reaper, generally speaking, if a Reaper jumps over your head, he's going to do something that involves trying to kill you. So you just want to keep an eye on him. Luckily, you have a barrier up in 1 second, so you've got high energy. You should definitely be able to kill him. And I gotta disable that.
Discorded.
Okay, so he's ulting. You pop your barrier. You have to instantly snap to this Reaper and start killing him. Okay? You're not killing him. Luckily, your Reinhardt is able to barrier a little bit of his damage. If you had shot directly at that Reaper, he probably would have died. Let's check it out. Can I slow-mo this, actually? Shit. Okay. Alright, so he's at full health. You pop your barrier. At this point, it's going to take you a little more than a second to kill the Reaper. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think if you had shot directly at him, you could even right-clicked at his feet to bump him away from the Reinhardt, so your Reinhardt could have backed up. You would have been able to separate the two. Reinhardt could have used his shield to back out. Everybody would have lived. Reaper would have burnt his ult for nothing. Unfortunately, Reaper kills the Reinhardt with his ult, and that's a very good pick to get, because that enables the Reinhardt to get an Earth Shatter for free. You guys can't really push too much. Okay, so they're deciding to follow it up with a Reinhardt ult, which is not good. Oh god, they're even gonna Earth Shatter. Okay, so that's 3 ults. You guys are really close to your spawn, so they're gonna be marginally effective. But whatever. Okay, so your Zen popped ult. You guys got 2 return kills. You got slept. That sucks. And you just got rectified because you couldn't heal from the Zen ult, which sucks. However, I think that was 3 ults for 1 ult. which goes to your favor, especially since you're so close to spawn. Yeah. I think this is gonna work out better for you. Let's go back to normal speed.
I have
Okay,
bread,
so you guys are kind of regrouping. Your McCree's a little bit low. After slow-mo for like 20 seconds, this game seems so fast now. Okay, I just want to go off on a tangent here. A lot of people seem to think that lobbing these grenades early are effective or efficient. It's not. Like, you're lucky to get 40 damage out of it, which is like... It's like 1% of your ult. And you're extremely lucky to get one of those shots off. Like... I don't know. Like, I have no problem getting a fast ult, so I don't really see it as being effective for how much like effort it takes. I suppose I could do it, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's extremely helpful. So, I don't know. Don't be stressed about doing these grenades before you get to the fight. I don't think they're too effective. That's just my opinion, though. At best, you get 5% of your ult as you walk to the point, and that takes like that would be a half a second of, you know, high energy shooting at a roadhog or something. Okay, so you have a graviton, your Reaper as ult, so you guys can combo for very good effectiveness. The enemy team isn't really grouped. Okay, yo, what? Okay, I would have shielded that Reinhardt a little bit earlier. Let's go back a little bit more and slow it down. Okay, so you're facing forward. You like, okay, somebody gets killed from behind by the Reaper. You turn around for him. Your aim's a little shaky. Work on that. And then I think that you shield that Reinhardt a little late. Yeah. That Reaper takes 2 shots on your Reinhardt. I would have barriered that Reinhardt right away. That would put you at like 60 energy, which is a great spot to be in. Unfortunately, your Reinhardt decides to Earth Shatter a Wraith Reaper. You just got chunked from behind. Oh my god, is that a Hanzo? Yes, it is. He's coming for you. GG. Oh, you jumped over the arrow. Yeah, so basically, what happened was is you guys got flanked. And... I don't know. Did you guys ever fully group?
I'm back, McCree. I'm so dead.
Alright, so your McCree just died.
Your Reaper.
So you're down a DPS.
Hands behind.
Alright, so the information that we had just there, we knew that the Reaper had... he's on the bridge somewhere. So I would be basically playing Reinhardt's little buddy. I'd be checking above and behind us if, you know, for any Reaper, anything popping up. As you'll come to see, obviously, he does attack you guys. So, yeah, I don't know. It's tough because in a highly competitive environment, I would say you guys can't push right now because you don't have a McCree. But I mean, like, I've successfully done pushes 5v6, so it's tough. Ideally, you do have that McCree with you. Ideally, he doesn't get picked. He plays the Reinhardt shield, etc., etc. But yeah, so that you just got flanked by 2 people. I don't know if that Hanzo shot at your friend that was at the gate or at the choke. I think your right clicks were a little off there. Yeah, they need to be a little... So that first one was a little bit off to the right and away from you. Just kind of like bring that up a little bit. Here McCree is preparing to feed the enemy team, which is not good. He needs to back up and group with your team. So let's see. Your Reaper still has ult, so you can come with that. You could come with the McCree as well. It kind of comes down to you, the Zarya, to kind of coordinate and make sure you guys are on the same page. Now, your Reaper just went down, and that's pretty unfortunate.
Oh, there's a roadhog in saloon.
Alright, so basically, I would probably be a little bit more aggressive in this situation. Let me take a step back here. I love Overwatch, but man, everyone's got a big-ass ego on it. Yeah. It's easy to get an ego, though, to be fair.
You baited me.
Yeah, I would say okay. So this Roadhog can't be allowed to just kind of like do what he did. He's just like chunking that Reinhardt shield. I would borderline tell my Reinhardt to drop his shield for a second to barrier him so I can get a little bit of energy, but that's kind of dangerous. Oh my god, barrier the Reaper, dude! Okay, alright, dude, look. Okay, alright. I know, like, you want to help out the Reaper ult, but instead of gravitoning, once he's already ulted, the best possible thing you can do is to barrier him, and you didn't do that. It's absolutely necessary to help him out. Like, you have the barrier! Give it to him, dude! He wouldn't have had to Wraith. Like, you could have just chunked that Reinhardt way faster. Okay. You guys managed to get the point anyway. I would say that your graviton was kind of wasted. Let me actually take a step back here. I'm going to go really far back. Okay, maybe not that far back. Alright, so you have a graviton. I would say... Okay. So you have to... Your Reaper has to res. How can I be VOD of you? Do you have a site to do it? Yeah, go to my Discord, exclamation mark Discord. Post a YouTube link in the VOD review channel. And I just go through each VOD in order. And I'll review them each. So this is the second VOD I'm reviewing using that method. I think it's really effective. It's really easy on me. Because all I have to do is I go to my personal Discord and I see, you know, we have these VODs and there's even some conversation about Overwatch, which I actually want to move to the Overwatch text channel, but whatever. I think it's a really nice way of doing it. So that's how you do it.
There's a Roadhog installation.
Okay, so Reaper gets rezzed. Okay, so it's hard to notice. Oh, that's your Zen. Okay. So, there isn't really a good opportunity to graviton. I would do it right now, actually. Yeah. That's tough. Yeah, you really should take it up upon yourself to kind of coordinate with somebody that can combo with you. It's a very easy way of farming MMR. Like, you kind of just need to learn how to shot call a little bit, and that's something that I've been learning, you know, in the past month. But it really does pay off. Like, if you, as a player, are able to play at a high level and shot call at a reasonable level, like, your team is going to be so much more effective. Comms are a hugely important thing. If you can do that for your team, then you're extremely, like, you're worth your weight in gold. But yeah, so I don't think I would have graviton there. Reaper is pretty much done ulting. Again, barrier that guy. He needs the help. At a high level of play, he will be getting CC'd somehow. I don't know how, but it's very easy for him to die there. So yeah, you want to be barriering ulting people. Pharah, Reaper, 76, McCree, Roadhog. Like, there's so many candidates. Genji, really, like, everybody that can ult, you want to use on them. Maybe even a Mercy if you're alive and she's flying in so she can't get hooked or anything. Yeah, true, Neotica. Very true. Okay. Yeah, there's not a whole lot the enemy team can do. You kill their 2 tanks. There's no way that they're going to get back into the battlefield in time. Okay. So this is kind of an interesting topic that I'm going to bring up, but it's going to be helpful for you. As Zarya, you want to stand still. You might be saying to yourself, well, Man of Snow, why would I stand still? That makes me very easy target to get shot. Which I reply with, of course! That's why you stand still. You want to make yourself an easy target so that people shoot at you. And then you barrier. And then you get full energy from one barrier because people just are addicted to shooting at people that are standing still. You just bait out the shots, you bait out the damage, and it's way more effective. Like, here is the prime example. Right there, I would just stand still. Just stand still. Make yourself an easy target. Get tons of energy. Easy peasy. Man of Snow, why would I stand still?
There's a soldier above us.
Ooh, you almost had another direct on that 76. So did you decide if you're going to review my Diva VOD since the next one is... Yeah, of course I will. My only question is I may not be very good at reviewing it. Of course, I'll give it my best.
Goddamn cat.
Yes, you can, ISO. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm doing a VOD review. I'm not playing. Come here. Come here. Alright. Shield that Reinhardt. Shield him. You have to shield him as he's charging. Okay, maybe I don't want this cat on me. Alright, so you want to barrier your Reinhardt. You have it up in 3 seconds. You have it up in 2. He's preparing to charge. You have it up in 1. I would be spamming E on him right then and there. Because that Roadhog could have hooked him. He tried to hook him. Did you see that? A high-level Roadhog will hit that hook, okay? So you have to be barriering him. Otherwise, that Reinhardt's completely dead. Not a chance. Stop biting me. Asshole. Stop licking me. Fuck. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did you use your barrier on? Stop, dude. Okay. So, I don't know what your team has for alts. You are high energy, you are low health, and you have a Graviton. You have your own personal barrier. I don't know who's low on their team. Oh, it's an Anna to the left. Okay. So, basically, I don't think I would have shot that Graviton. I think that you guys could have pulled out a little... You could have done that a little bit later. I would have... Okay, so I would have been walking forward here. I would have walked straight into that Roadhog. I would have been left-clicking him, doing tons of damage to him. If he would have shot at me once or twice, I would have barriered and eaten one of the bullets. And just been generally just more aggressive. That would allow me, like if I'm pushing up... Let me do this again. Okay. If I am standing right here, that allows me to have a very easy sight angle. Actually, let me then I have a very easy angle right there, okay, to shoot my Graviton. So I get this Mercy in it, so I get whoever that, I think that's a McCree or a Genji. This Roadhog will probably back up as well, and then you can... What is your problem, dude? And then you can probably get that Roadhog in there as well. So that's the 3 people that you want in there. That's a support, a DPS, and a tank. You kill all those people, it's pretty much a guaranteed win. I think you have a McCree, or 76 to your right. Let's see how this plays out. Alright, okay, so yeah, that's an Anna, that's a Hanzo, and a Mercy. So you probably would have gotten 4 people in that Graviton if you had pushed that Roadhog backwards, which would have been really good. You could have just right-clicked. Like, they don't really have anything to stop your push or your damage. Obviously, there's an Anna that can grenade her teammates and shoot them. The Mercy can heal. Your Reinhardt doesn't have his charge up again. I feel like your team would have been able to follow up. I don't know your alts are there. Alts are, though, unfortunately. Stop. Yeah, so you got very limited effectiveness. Obviously, again, keep working on your tracking and your right-clicking. Okay, I know what you tried to get charged by that Reinhardt. I wouldn't have done that. So you're at 84, you're at 90-80 energy right now. You don't have to barrier and like get 50 energy. You could wait until you're at 70 energy and basically use your barriers more sparingly. When you're at high energy, you really do just want to like slow down the barrier usage, just so that, you know, if it diva ults, you know, you don't have your barrier down because you're busy getting, you know, 15 energy. It's not worth it. You need to be prepared for like a tracer bomb, you know, a Reaper ult. You just want that card in your back pocket, basically. So there's that. So these guys are trying to re-enter, and there you go. There's the Rock, 2 kills. Yeah. These guys are feeding a little bit. Okay, so I think they played the Mercy Res. Okay, you barriered for, I feel like, no reason there. Now you're at 58 energy. This is kind of like the time when you want to be barriering for energy. And by the time your personal barrier is going to come up, you'll be at 30 energy unless your coming barrier gets like some effectiveness. Okay, your barrier was like a millisecond late there. You would have been able to block the Reinhardt swing. That would have been, I think, 20 energy. I'm not sure, but it would have been a decent amount. Actually, wait, it might give you 36, something like that. Hey, Porky, welcome in, man. Okay, so that Hanzo's playing footsie with you. Nobody knows where he's going to come out of. My cat is now on top of my chair. Stop clawing it. What are you... I know it looks bad. You don't have to make it worse, okay?
I don't know, how do you...
Someone picks them off, and it counts as an limb.
Okay. So after watching that, I would say probably the bigger things are using your barriers when necessary. This is something that a lot of Zaryas deal with. Like, your blocking per minute is low. Like, the amount of damage you block per minute is low, but the number of barriers you use are high. Let me say it this way. The effectiveness of your barriers are not effective. Having a cat, yeah, this is not ideal. It's a living situation. They're up for adoption, bud. See ya. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I actually like this shirt. Stop.
You're not actually.
Yeah, mainly a barrier thing. I think that your distance from your targets was not so bad. Some Zaryas struggle with that. You really need to keep your distance, basically. So, I don't know. You're doing alright with that so far. Your Graviton usage... Don't touch me, proceeds to touch me. Cat. Yeah, so your Graviton usage, I think you wasted it once, and actually I think you had 2 Gravitons, and for both times, so your first one was just not really effective at all. People that you shot it at were already getting killed or had gotten out of the fight. And then the second time you only got Hanzo in it, so one effective thing you can do to set yourself up for a good Graviton is that you can push enemies back, and then that compresses the enemy team, and then you can Graviton and get a ton of people. Like, you'll see it very often from me, where I walk into the enemy team, and they are forced to turn on me, and then I can Graviton, and then I get 3-4 people, guaranteed. Or I will sneak it around a Reinhardt shield, and I'll get 3-4 other backliners. And then all we have to do is the Hanzo arrow, or Tracer Bomb, or Reaper ult, or anything, and we get massive amounts of kills. It's awesome, right? Oh my god, this fucking chat. Swear to god, dude. If I wasn't so nice, I'd have you declawed. Yeah. Yeah, I still scratch your ears even though I hate you. Ah ha ha, dude. Stop!
Come down here again.
Okay. Alright, my first critique here is your team is playing ground. Everybody wants to be up with you. On the gas station, your Reaper could play tons, but I don't know. Reaper can hold tons pretty effectively. If he runs into any trouble, he can Wraith out and live. There's not a whole lot of people that can kill him in one go. Like, McCree can flashbang and right click, but it's still not going to get a kill. Roadhog generally it's very hard for him to get a kill on Reaper. he pops out, he gets some heal from Mercy or whoever your healer is, and then you saw that area secured after a second or two of him waiting for his cooldown. But here, basically, the main reason why you don't want to be holding a low ground is because they could lose your speed boost. Like right here, they could get a hook on you, and your whole defense is screwed. I mean, like this, yeah. Like if that Reaper had walked out a second earlier, he would have been picked, 100%. This cat is legitimately biting me right now. It's tilting me. I'm tilted. I would say that that's a decent barrier. I would have expected energy there. Yep, you did. You got like 50 energy, which is good. You tend to jump a lot, actually. I want to point this out. So first and foremost, jumping allows you to be a little bit predictable. For somebody like it's very easy to tell where you're going to land, so you can shoot right there. You don't want that ever. If you're trying to dodge a projectile or something, I can understand it. Or you're trying to jump out of the way of a charging Reinhardt, I can understand it. But you want to do spam AD more often as you're as you deal with hit scan more often. AD spam. Yeah, that's my main complaint. I would have been. I think you could have been more aggressive here, and push that diva. Wait, where did she go? She just disappeared. I think she boosted it in the caves. Oh, what? Okay, so she went under the Reinhardt as you passed behind him. Yeah, it's really weird. So yeah, basically destroy that diva mech. You could bury your rate now. Yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah. So basically, how'd you have? So instead of jumping onto this cart, if you stay on the ground and push right, then that diva is fair game for you. If she decides to shoot at you at all, you can bury her. Like you have to be able to. If like diva's way overextended right now, you have to be able to kill the mech when she does that. That just removes a huge amount of power from the enemy team. And if you want to be like better about it, like really good about it, you let diva live, baby diva live, so that she actually has to generate another mech. It tends to take the same, like if the diva is relatively decent, it can get a little bit of damage. It might take her the same amount of time to get a mech as it would to respawn. So I don't know. What do you think of jumping on the cart for height advantage? It has its uses, but I wouldn't do it all the time. I still think it can be effective to play the ground. Yeah, you guys are kind of like out of position right now. I really dislike pushing past there. Like that's a very slippery slope.
Roadhog's coming up behind, upper right.
Okay, so
Roadhog's
this
coming up
fucking
behind,
cat
upper
dude will not
right.
stop. I'm gonna fucking put you outside my room. Do you understand that? You need to stop.
Hannah, heal me. My merce.
I'm not really sure why that diva got ulted, but okay.
I don't know how.
Alright, so you are not really... Yeah. Try to account for the environment around you. You had some of your damage blocked by the gas thing. I don't know. The gas pump. Doesn't really work all that well. Okay, so let me talk about Diva. Diva has mainly armor for her health pool. Her mech does. Zarya's left click at high energy deals 7.5 energy per tick. So that's 20 times a second. Basically, what that means is you deal half damage. Yeah, so that brings you down at high energy. You have 75 DPS. Okay. Now, when Diva's ulted by Anna, that means she takes 50% less damage. That means that you're doing about 30 DPS when you could be doing 150, which is ridiculous. Really, to an army? Huh. It's awesome. 150 times 0.5 is 75. Absolutely. But yeah, so you generally should not, like, Diva doesn't really do any damage, so you don't even have to worry about fighting her. You could just set your aim somewhere else. Like, look for, like, this Tracer to the left, you could have gone for her. Maybe dive their backline. Like, I found it to be relatively effective to go into their backliners when they have an alted target going in. I don't know. Basically, you just want to be happy that you don't have a Reaper on you that's ulted, because that is very scary. Indeed. Yeah, you have to clear out this Tracer behind you. Very important. Alright, so you have a Graviton. They have a Diva. So next time she comes up, what you either have to do... so first and foremost, you want to press tab. Every time you get an ult, you want to see who on your team has an ult.
Mercy, be ready to pocket me. Oh, okay.
Reaper, you ready?
Good, you are calling it. Nice. Okay, so do combo these ults together. It's good that you're calling it. Okay. So you got 2 people there. What I'll do a lot of times is I will actually back up, giving the enemy team to come into the zone. And then, like I said, I'll push into them, forcing them to compress, and then can get a good Zarya ult. What happened there is you kind of held your front line, and the enemy team, instead of staying, you know, grouped up, some of them went around left side to flank. If you had backed up, I think that Tracer would have stayed near the cart. You could have gravitoned and gotten maybe one more person in it. I don't really know where their team is right now.
Yeah, I know. One second. I'm going to give you a golden opportunity. They're spread out now.
Yeah, so like you back up here, and that Tracer may have stayed closer. I don't really know. Did your team get a bunch of picks before? Alright, so that Tracer's behind you. What's happening here?
Should have gave it to me when I had a death ball.
Hey, I have ult now. Just watch.
Mercy, be ready.
I would be peeking right side right now. Yeah. Like, you could Graviton right now and it'd be more effective, because you're going to get that Anna. You're going to get, that's a McCree and a Reinhardt. With the Reaper ult, like, you're going to get a kill there. And even Reinhardt can swing at them. So, yeah. You might have even gotten the Mercy in there. That would be a little bit of a stretch. Like, I would have shot it. Where did that? Okay. I'll show you exactly when I would have shot this Graviton.
Should have gave it to me when I had a death ball.
Hey, I have ult now. Just
Right,
Be ready to pocket me. Oh, okay.
right then. Right about then. Maybe even a little bit earlier. I probably would be... You see this blue sign where, like, right... See that blue sign right there? I would have been standing right there. I would have been looking at this area. I would have probably shot my Graviton right here-ish. You would have gotten this target, you would have gotten that target, and that target. And then there's a Mercy that's kind of over there. She might have been sucked into it, but that's kind of a stretch. Whoops. Oh, no. Oh, no. Where were we?
I know. One second. I'm going to give you a golden opportunity.
Okay, so we're back.
Looks like we didn't need it.
Yeah, you want to shoot that Graviton a little bit earlier. In that case, that's an enemy around a full shield. You'd still yes, because our Reaper can still get to them and ult in time. Our Reinhardt could cleave them. He could just walk up to them and swing at them in time. If you barrier your Reinhardt, so that once Reinhardt drops his shield, their Anna's first reaction should be to sleep your Reinhardt. In that instance, that's when you immediately barrier him before the sleep dart gets to him, or the Anna even shoots it, so that he's not slept, and he can cleave the enemy team for free. Their McCree could flashbang as well, but he's forced to use that early. He could possibly wait until after your barrier wears out, but whatever. Basically, yeah, you can still Graviton. It's fine. You have 2 sources of damage that can follow up. I don't know if you have the Lucio. I don't think you do. But worst comes to worst, you get a speed boost sometime, and you just get behind the enemy Reinhardt and you right click. So he's forced to either look at you behind him or the rest of your team that's in front of him. Okay, here I would tell, like, oh my god. I would basically tell your Reinhardt to just swing at their Reinhardt, and I would barrier him. Like, Reinhardt's, I feel like Reinhardt players tend to hold up their shield more often than they need to. Like, it's okay to swing once in a while. Like, you see a lot of high-level Reinhardts, when they're really close to the other Reinhardt, they'll swing at the other Reinhardt once and put their shield back up. It's very interesting. I'd love to actually do a VOD review of a high-level Reinhardt, like maybe Reinforce or something. He plays a really good offensive Reinhardt. It's really cool to watch.
Hey, Reinhardt.
What?
I need help.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did he just get slept? Oh my god. Your Reinhardt got slapped and then got charged.
What?
I need
Talk about getting gypped, dude.
Wait, didn't he just charge you?
Mercy, stay up here.
Okay.
Please above us.
There's a Reinhardt behind you, dude.
I'm gonna need that.
Oh, we got slept. Okay.
Woke him up.
Oh, and he got woken up.
Please above us.
That sucks. Okay, so basically your Ana used her ult defensively, which you never want to do. You have to wait until the enemy Ana uses her ult, and then you pop yours.
Shit. Accidentally woke him up.
Because it's kind of like Ubers in TF2. If you you have to force the enemy team to pop first, and then as they're walking to you, their timer is burning down. So when you Ana ult, you're 2 seconds up on your ult, so you have all that time to do whatever you need to do. Yeah, I thought so, Ray. That's what it looked like. So, there's nothing you could have done. You don't control the Anas in either situation. There's really no shot calling going on. But it's just something to keep in the back of everybody's mind to do that.
Do you have res?
I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hold this. Okay, yeah, you're 3 up there. They're really grouped. Your race is going down.
Try to hold the point, cause
Okay, so in this situation, you need to tell the people going in to group up, okay? You say, group up. We have time to group before we go in. Group up, please. You see that the cart's only like halfway to the first checkpoint. That means it's in front of the gas station. I don't think it's even rounded the corner. I can't really see it on screen. Yeah, I don't know if it's crossed the corner yet. So you'd be fine there. Yeah, you guys have tons of time. There's really... Yeah, you really should be... I'm grouping up before that. It's better to go in as 4 than, as 1 and then 1 and then 1 and then 1. So... Just a nugget of wisdom. That's kind of like I'll file that tip under succeeding in solo queue. Just kind of like calling, like soft calling, helping your team like understand the situation. That barrier didn't need to happen. Pretty ineffective. If you had waited on that barrier, you could have used it on him right then, so he wouldn't have gotten like blasted to the side by that roadhog. Yeah. Okay, so here, okay, good barrier. You could have waited a little bit longer on it.
They use Ana boost.
You might not have needed to barrier at all.
They use.
That McCree died pretty quickly. Okay, so you guys secured the area. You're grouped up. There's 20 seconds left. You're close to a graviton. They have a roadhog. That barrier didn't really need to happen. It was after he shot. And basically any, like bronze and up. I mean, Reapers or Roadhogs are going to be able to... okay, we're going to have to talk about this. They're going to be able to have the reaction time to not shoot at you again. I've heard trying to crack / damage the Ryan's shield to the point of breaking then ulting, so you break his shield while inside the graviton works well versus breaking it down before ulting any crest. Yeah, so basically there's like a 3-second cooldown where Reinhardt's shield is broken before he can put it up again. And if you get Reinhardt's shield very, very low and then ult and then break the shield while he's in the ult, he can't get it back up while he's in the ult, which is ideal. So that's definitely a very valid strategy. Generally speaking, you always want to combo with something that can get through Reinhardt's shield regardless. Like, my personal favorite combo right now is Reinhardt without... So, like, this kind of goes into cycling your ults as a team, and this is something that high-level teams understand very well. Basically, what happens is let's say you're right. Like you don't have any ults, but Reinhardt is Earth Shatter. So you use that Earth Shatter in your fight. You clean up the enemy team, and then you reset. And then on your next fight, let's say that your Ana has ult, and you have Graviton. Now, what you can do then is you can Graviton, you can Ana ult your Reinhardt, you can have Reinhardt cleave with the enemy team, he'll build up another ult, and then you can use that for the next fight. So that's 3 fights in a row, and you use 3 ults. Like, that you have to find very high value. You know, there's this economy of ults they have to min-max in to you know, be useful or as useful as possible with your ults.